Well, that's my homebrew beer that I brought over.
Nice.
So that's the one and only one that I will give away.
Oh yeah.
Forest City.
Forest
Everything
City.
else I'm keeping on.
All right, we are going. There we go, Facebook.
We're gonna crack these later, right?
Welcome to the BlabberMalt Show with your host, Dave and Matthias, two guys that blabber incessantly about beer, brewing, and bullcrap. Stick around while they brew up another tasty episode.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing?
Here we are, coming at you, Dave and Matthias and Matt here from Forest City.
Back again.
BlabberMalt
Yeah.
Show, episode 67 for July 9th, 2024. And we're coming at you with all the brewing, all the bull crap, and the, what else? What is it?
Beer.
Beer, brewing, and bull crap. Yeah.
Almost forgot the most important part of the podcast.
That's right. Yeah.
That's it. Let's restart. No, I'm just
The beer helps with the bull crap. That's
It does.
For sure.
yeah,
It
that's
does.
for sure. So before we get too far, don't forget to like and subscribe to BlabberMalt Show, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, at BlabberMalt, at Instagram, X, and Threads.
Yeah, smash that link. We need some people to.
We do. Yeah, we're like 550 on Facebook. We need to get that up. We're also co-casting on Neo CBN.
Oh, nice.
I should make sure we're doing that.
Mike's working.
We got to check out the
Yeah.
Beacons links.
Let us know. Are the mics working today? It seems to be Matt's problem when we're together. The mics do not work.
Yeah, when anything comes into Forest City, it gets a little wonky.
A little wonky.
Yeah.
I don't
Yes,
know,
we
dude.
are. We are cross-posting, so we're good. to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Beacons link for all those details, and our Printify shop. You can get the swag, the hats, the shirts, the pint glasses, etc. So
Coffee mugs,
yeah.
all the things.
It's time to mash in.
All right. So like we said, we have Matt here from Forest City. We're going to talk to him, get kind of deep into his life. He doesn't know yet. We're going to talk about all the personal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Let me
most-
take a sip first before we get there.
We'll have a few beers and make him sing like a songbird.
Sing like a song.
All my
That's right.
secrets I've kept, deep down inside. Oh, shoot.
Gonna bare your soul tonight for the BlabberMalt world.
We'll try to keep it mostly brewing related, but yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some music events. We're going to talk about some homebrew stuff, and some beer events
Yep.
for local breweries, and get you on out of here.
Heck yeah. Should be in a good hour plus. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Dave, how was your weekend, man?
It was good. We were up at Marblehead. Big surprise. Out on the beach. Didn't get wrecked on the deck. We got wrecked on the beach.
You have to have a new name for that, though.
Yeah.
Blasted on the beach.
Blasted on the beach. Yeah.
Done.
Work on that.
That was quick. We didn't even work on it.
Oh, okay. It's done.
Obliterated on the beach.
Obliterated on the beach. Yeah. My buddy Dan has a house on the beach, and we're hanging out with them. And as any self-respecting person who has a beach house, he has a fridge that is all beer.
Yep.
as you do. So I'm looking in there. I'm like, there is a entire shelf of Bud Light. I'm like, what's the story with this? He's like, people bring Bud Light or other macro beers, and they leave it and drink my good beer or my good bourbon. I'm like, that's rude. He's like, so I don't know, I'm probably going to throw it out. I'm like, wait a second. I'm your Huckleberry. I will help you. I will drink that. So I was just crushing the Bud Lights, crushing them. Bam, bam, bam. So yeah,
Buds on the beach.
I got to help my friends out.
You do.
So yeah, that's what I did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Good
Nice.
time.
You got to take one for the team, and you definitely did.
Yeah,
Getting
definitely.
blasted with buds on the beach.
The three
The
Bs.
3 Bs. It's like our show.
How about you?
Well, this weekend, of course, we worked a little bit, per the usual. After our show last week, I left and went to, went to my Southern Ohio to around just south of Hocking Hills where I grew up. My family was there from out of town. My sister was in from Charleston, South Carolina with her kids. And honestly, with my three other siblings. The four of us were together for the first time for an extended period of time since 2019.
Wow.
So definitely a needed thing to do. So
Yeah,
it was wonderful. Came back for the fourth. The kids and the rest of the family are out to football camp this week, and so Drake and I are hanging out. This is my son Drake, rocking.
I was wondering who this kid was.
Infiltrated by some young ones. Repping the ABC at 4th of July shirt, my man.
Yeah, nice.
We're spending the week together. We went to Cedar Point on Sunday, rode a bunch of rides. It was so hot yesterday. We went back to Cedar Point and we did the water park.
Cedar Shores?
Yep, Cedar Shores. And then we went over to the park again and rode all the rides in the evening. So closed it down 2 nights in a row.
Nice.
Kind of tough. The young one slept till, what time was it today, Mr. Almost a Teenager?
11.
Oh my
11.
gosh. Miss those days.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I'm like, and he's our early riser.
Yeah.
He's up before everybody sitting downstairs.
Jeez.
And I'm like, are you okay, buddy?
Hey, you deserve it, you know?
You deserve
Sometimes
it.
you got to sleep in.
Big day.
And then today we did something really cool. I saw a sign when we were out there for Seneca Caverns out in, where was it? Bellevue area.
Oh, okay.
And we went there today. So
Cool.
it's the nation's only, what is it, buddy? What'd you say? What was it called? You remember?
No.
It's like a fracture cave. So it wasn't a water cave, right? Made by water.
So you
over the
could
course
just
of
walk
time.
around and...
No, so the cave, you can talk.
It
What you
was
got?
from
Talk.
falling rocks. That's how the cave was made.
It's just it's dropped on top of each other and
So
create a...
there was gypsum below, and over time the water rid of the gypsum, and the cave, the ground just, the limestone cave happened. Probably in the 1800s, they have some first known writings about it. Told the whole story. It goes down 10 to 12 stories underground.
Yeah.
And it is tight. Like,
Really?
even in my smaller version of myself, it was insane. I was like on my feet, scooching and turning sideways, and it was honestly, if you've never been, you got to go. I'm gonna tell you, it was wonderful.
Really? Yeah, I've never even heard of it. It sounds
So
incredible.
it was
Yeah.
really
I've
neat.
never been.
So I got to ask a question, though. I mean, being a brewer and everything, did you just line your pockets full of gypsum before you walked out of there? You know, it's just, that's free. You know, you got to add it into your IPAs, right?
The whole time they were talking about all the stuff. I'm like, yep, use that. Yep, and yep.
All those minerals.
Yeah, so we had a good time, didn't we, buddy?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of fun. So
Cool.
Well, you can run away if you want to go back and hang out on the couch. I know you want to. Thanks for making an appearance.
The taps are back there. Just grab yourself a beer.
Right, wrong way. He's smart one. He's the smart one in the family.
Yeah, for sure. How about Matt? What did you do this weekend besides?
Yeah, I'm kind of like you. We do the same stuff pretty much every single weekend.
Yeah.
We rock climb. So we went out to West Virginia. Friday, I spent time with my nieces, Lila and JoJo.
Okay.
I'm a new godfather, so it's really exciting. JoJo, she's only like 4 months now, but man, she's moving, doing everything. Like, she's just growing so fast. So hung out with them, had a blast, made some homemade fired pizzas, try to keep Lila entertained. She's 3, so really anything keeps her pretty entertained. And then Saturday, Sunday, went to West Virginia, sweated my butt off. It is so freaking hot out there right now.
It's hot.
It's disgusting, but it's summertime. You gotta go do all the things. So went rock climbing. Came back Sunday really late. Woke up early Monday for brew day. Had to do a double turn. So
How far in West Virginia do you go?
there's this little town called Fayetteville. It's
Okay.
The New River Gorge is where we hang out, and it's the newest national park that's been added to the list of national parks. So before it was a national river, has ton of rafting, kayaking.
My favorite place to whitewater raft for sure.
Yeah, it's so cool, and I didn't realize that you can whitewater raft up until like basically December. They control it with the lake. They just release the dams and just flood the entire thing. So. Fayetteville is a great little town. Lots to do there. One of my favorite breweries actually are out there, and they just expanded into a production facility.
Nice.
Free Folk. So yeah, hung out with
Free Folk.
Yeah,
Nice.
hung out with the guys for a little bit, had some pizzas with them, and yeah, just caught up with some friends out there.
Nice.
Yeah, good weekend. It was a really good weekend. Yeah,
Yeah, good.
yeah.
We got some Ramblers walking in behind us.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see him.
What's up,
Tom and
guys?
Maria.
Cheers.
What y'all drinking?
Marblehead IPA.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're all having too.
It's time for the Vorloff.
All right. Well, like we said, we got Matt here from Forest City. He was kind enough to host us at the brewery last weekend. And apologies for the audio quality, and that's my bad. Got to troubleshoot that on the outings a little bit better, but hopefully you can hear us today.
That was one of our first times doing 2 shows at once remotely.
The cross posting and so we'll get.
Did you ever figure out what it was?
The microphones, Facebook doesn't recognize them.
Okay.
When you go live like that, unless you open them.
So we got zucked.
Yeah. Well, I don't
No,
know.
well done.
Maybe we got.
We'll blame it. Just say it.
We got appled.
Apple.
If you open it up and do a recording in the native camera on the iPhone, it will see it, and then it'll see it in Facebook. So
Gotcha.
I don't know.
We figured it out.
Nice.
Sort of. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have you guys back, and we'll redo everything. Sometime.
Yeah.
And I'd love to be able to show it off a little bit better
Yeah,
next time.
definitely.
So.
Yeah, apologies.
I'm more prepared for you.
Apologies to everyone.
Except for, I still encourage everybody to go watch it. You can still hear some of the audio. You hear Tom and Maria in the background.
And the video is great. I mean,
The video itself is wonderful.
The quality was excellent.
It shows your epic beer garden, your inside space. It was just some of the finer details they didn't catch, but
one of my
beautiful.
favorite things though was watching all the people come out, and they would just pause. They would stop and they would see like something going on here. Should we walk out?
Am I in trouble? What's happening? Am I on camera? Oh no!
No one expects to see that kind of stuff.
No, for sure.
in the breweries. So, yeah.
We had great beers.
Thank you.
Honestly, the flight was fantastic.
Appreciate it.
Every single one of them were top notch. I know we had talked about the hazy.
Yep.
We had the hazy on draft, and then we had the hazy in cans, which we talked about the difference in those two, and went through the whole hazy runs and conversations behind all of those.
The opening day when we that's
opening
right.
day was fantastic too.
Yeah, it was great beer.
But so this time I brought I just wanted to display it so everyone knows. Forest City, we started doing this not too long ago, so it's kind of new to everybody. And a lot of people walk in, they see it, and they're like, "When did you guys start canning?" So I want y'all to know that we do have cans. And one that we definitely didn't talk about was the Hootenanny. So I wanted to make sure at least to bring that for you guys all to
The
drink.
Hootenanny. What? So who do you can with?
Ironheart. So they most people brewers know about Ironheart. If you guys don't, it's mobile canner. They're fantastic. They take all the headache away from you. They just show up. You have everything ready. They have everything ready, and they'll spit out a bunch of cans for you. So yeah, we use them, and yeah, we tried contract brewing for a little bit, and it's not the same. Once you have your hands on everything, you can control a little bit better. You know what you're making when you give it off to somebody else. It can be a little hit or miss. So yeah, we wanted to keep it in house. It's tough for us. I mean, we're a small brewery.
For sure.
You guys saw it. You guys might have seen it. We're really tiny. So
Saw it, you didn't hear it.
yeah. When we do something like this, it's special to me. I've always wanted to be able to can my own beer as a home brewer, you know, and so now being able to offer it to other people too. So, and not just do growlers, which is such an old school thing, I feel like nowadays.
Yeah.
So
So the next thing on the list here, it says pour the beer of the night. Should we pour that Hootenanny and
Sure,
see
yeah.
what's
We
what?
got to get after the Hootenanny.
yeah, let's do it.
It's over here.
Yeah.
Backwards
Camera
on
backwards.
camera.
So the Hootenanny. Originally, this was called band beer. The reason being, Jay, the owner, wanted me to make a beer for the bands that were, nothing crazy, just something to just they could drink while on stage, not get too blasted. You know, musicians, they like to have like 4 or 5, a few. Actually.
Of course,
so we want to make sure that they didn't get too blasted. So it's figured go with the Kolsch, right? Kolsch is easy. It's not as much work. Do you guys you want some? Yeah. It's not as much work, as a lager, but you get just as much, clean flavor and everything as a lager. So, went with the Kolsch and the hops. Oh, my bad. Sorry. The one thing I really want to make sure is that I grabbed hops from one of the local suppliers and did an open house at Auburn Acres, which is in Chagrin. Jeff is fantastic hop grower, and went there and he talked me into his varietal called Triple Pearl, which I'm sure you all know. I believe it's German variety, but the Triple Pearl is a little bit higher in alpha acid. So, anyways, just put it in one and stuck with it ever since. The only thing we changed on it is I go back and forth between fermenting under pressure, trying to keep some of that like German heritage in it and keep that flavor, everything kind of
stuck inside.
Yeah. So this one was spunded. The last under fermented under pressure. Sorry, the last one was not. Honestly, it don't taste much difference between the two. So, one way was I saved a little bit on CO2. That was about it. But
what kind of pressure do you ferment under?
So it's 16 PS. I want to say it's just under a bar. Is that just under a bar? Yeah. My valve is
probably high.
Yeah. It's not in PSI, so I always have to, just like everything else in the brewery, you got to convert a bunch of stuff. Everything comes gallons, got to do in liters. You got So I used to do that under low pressure, and then was doing a ton of research, and everyone was like, "I gotta bump those numbers up, rookie. Those are too low. if you really want to carve this thing, you got to get it highly under pressure."
Yep.
So
it's a lot to do.
Yeah, and let me tell you, it is scary when you see your PSI gauge start rising that high, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, this thing is like
gonna blow
under pressure." But watching that valve just bubble out every single day is so satisfying. It's really cool. So anyways, this is Hootenanny. It's one of our staples. The canned beers that we do are usually all our kind of our house beers. The Kolsch, I wouldn't say it's the best Kolsch you've had, but it's definitely a really, really nice middle of the road Kolsch.
I drank mine already.
Oh, did I'm a modest person. I'll say
it was that good. I don't
remember. Yeah, it was good.
That just tells you how drinkable it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's
it
simple.
Just goes right down.
It's a simple malt bill. 3 malts. It's Pilsner, a little bit of dextrin malt. I think I put some Vienna in there for color or something, and then Triple Pearl and K97 yeast. Can't go wrong with K97.
Nope.
It's a workhorse. So. Yeah, that's Hootenanny. And I'll tell you about Auburn Acres, since I brought it up. If you as homebrewers ever looking for anything that's grown locally, the Cleveland Brew Shop carries Auburn Acres stuff. Definitely check it out. They have awesome stuff: Vista, Chinook, Triple Pearl, and Edisham. I always mess that one up. It's a new proprietary strain actually that was created in Ohio, I guess. So
I do not know
what's
that
its
one.
lineage. Did you?
It's definitely has German roots.
Okay.
It's low alpha acid, but it's got a lot of like citrus kind of notes to it. I want to say it was Acronym did a wet hop thing with it last year, and it was super tasty. So they're such incredible people, and they're making such a fine product that you have to put it.
Yeah, plug them. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's
Jeff
great.
Auburn Acres, definitely check them out.
Yep. And if you want to learn more about the Cleveland Brew Shop, look back to one of our early episodes, and we were there.
We were. Talked to Darren. And
did the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I still see Darren all the time. Being small, we there's time where I'm like, hey man, I need like 5 pounds crystal, and he's like, yeah, come on by. We got it.
Yeah. I was just out there. I got some supplies for some beer I'm going to do. And yeah, it's always fun to talk to him.
Yeah.
He's always got new and interesting things coming in. And
that place has really evolved. I mean, it was just a homebrew shop. Now I get my beer there sometimes. I mean, he's got a great selection of.
You can get kegs there.
You can get kegs?
You can get commercial kegs there. Yeah.
Learning something new every day.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Good stuff too.
Yeah.
He does have a nice selection of beer.
Mm-hmm. And again, your home brewing, definitely check out. I forget the name of the club. I know it's not the Home Bros anymore, but he's got another one going. But tons of. You'll meet a lot of cool people there that know a lot of stuff. I still do a lot of the judging for them because I learned something.
No, we got our start
for sure
with them in the homebrew club and the tastings and down there quite often. So I think a lot of people do that, and good lineage back to the brew shop for sure.
Yep.
Speaking of brewing,
yes.
How as we look at all of the jobs possible in the history of the world, man. And we tell the story often, and made Luke tell it here in the show in the studio about he was in one of his humongous fermenters when he was at Great Lakes, and he was in there sweating his butt off, scrubbing a tank from the inside. And they were giving tours, that day to the Indians. And the guys came over to the top, they overlook, and they look down, and he's in there scrubbing away. And, he popped his head out, sweating, and said hi, and just scrubbing away. And one of the guys was like, that right there is my dream job. He was like, I hate all of you. So I mean, honestly, we're just glorified janitors at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's hilarious. You get done with brewing, you come home and you realize like I still got to do laundry and other stuff. It's like, does cleaning ever end? It never ends.
No.
So all that to say, right? The question is, how did you get into brewing?
Yeah, that's easy. There was a party that my dad and I went to, a family party, and homebrewers love to talk about their homebrew. It's just
do they? Do you know that Dave? Look, do you know that Dave was a homebrewer?
Here we go.
Wait, you didn't say that today. Oh wait, yes you did. I forgot.
Yes, I did.
And that he entered a contest.
Yeah.
What?
And won.
No.
We're gonna hijack
I
this.
did.
It's been a long time. So if you see right behind you, right here,
a long time. We say
right here.
every.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I'm never gonna get this mirrored image.
Something about Sam Adams.
Yes.
And the long shot competition.
Well, since you asked,
I mean, go for it. You tell the story.
Sam Adams, that little
that small
craft
brewery from Boston. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What happened, Dave?
Yeah.
Homebrew
I
Dave.
brewed a beer and sent it in, and they liked it, and so they made it. The long shot.
Is this Boston Lager we're talking about?
It is not. No, this is the Barnstorm Saison, which the beer I'm going to brew tomorrow is Barnstorm 2024.
Nice.
Kind of an updated
They kegged it.
version.
They bottled it.
Bottled it.
Put it in store shelves.
They did. Yeah.
And then had a big, humongous release party in Avon at Avon Brewing Company.
Really?
And that's how we met in 2016.
Yes.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
Origin stories.
Jeez. So you guys been
know.
hanging out and doing stuff like this for that long?
Yeah, they came in and drank 2 kegs, literally, in like
that.
3 hours.
That's wow.
And I was like, that guy's cool.
Wow.
Well, I'm not sure I've ever told this. I'm not sure I ever told this point of the story. Not to hijack my question to you, which I did.
Nah, that's okay.
We're podcasting, dude. So when they came to me, I think it was Heidelberg at the time. Mm-hmm. Came to me and said, hey, there's this home brewer that won the long shot competition, and he lives in Avon. He's not much of a person who wants to be out there in front of people. Kind of wants to be low key.
Look at him now.
Does not want to do anything like big for this. But we need to do something big for this. Says that he would probably do it at Avon Brewing Company. Would you do it? We're like, yes. Absolutely, all the time. It's why we're here. And so, that was, I know I did what to expect. And to be fair, it was exactly what I expected.
Yeah.
You are him. That was exactly it. So, came in with your posse and just kind of sat in the back and
crushed kegs.
We never told anybody who it was. And got crunked with the kegs that
Dave
ABC.
the keg crusher.
Crushing kegs. But
got an Uber home that night.
All that to say, home brewers do like to talk about their homebrew.
Yeah. And it's weird, you know, I kind of got it in the same way. I won a competition at Boston Brewing Company, and no, I'm just kidding. I wasn't that cool. I didn't do anything that fun.
Boom, fell for that one.
Wow.
No, I went to a party.
Medley throwing it down.
It's the mustache, you know. It's bringing a little confidence in. So no, I went to a party, and this guy, he was really excited to bring out some of his beers to just, you know, drop on some unsuspecting people, and I was that guy, and it was fantastic. Honestly, it kind of shocked me to have something and to know that, okay, this guy brewed in his basement, and I've had something just like this that I stole from my dad's like beer closet when I was a kid. And it's just weird to make that correlation that some guy could do this, you know, at his house, whereas, you know, massive companies doing the same thing. I just can't believe, you know, I've never had the same results doing stuff at home.
Sure.
So I looked at my dad and I was like, we got to do this. So just jumped right into all grain. I didn't even know that there was extracts or anything.
Nice.
We get all the grain. We're like, wait, what are we supposed to do with this? I'm calling more beer. And I'm like,
rolling pin? What are we doing?
They're like, oh my God, this is actually a good story. They're like, do brew in a bag. And this guy is explaining it to me over the phone while I have a ladder over my kettle with like, I don't know, it's 30-pound bag of grain just hanging from it. And it snaps while he's talking to me. It drops in, and I scream. And he's like, "Did it break? Did it fall in?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, oh, "This happens to everybody."
We're not brewing a bag today.
Yeah. So that's when I switched over to, you know, making a mash tun. But
pivot.
so no, I started doing home brewing, and with every oh my gosh. Hobby that I do. You know, you get so far into it, you really just start digging it all the way in, and then you're like, that's good enough. You know, let's move on to something else. But brewing really kept my attention, and there's something about just the science of it. You know, I come from a whole family of teachers and scientists and stuff, and then I was like the black sheep of the family who, you know, didn't do any of that. Yeah, who's a very outdoorsy kind of person. So seeing the reactions of everything was really interesting to me, and, you know, taking something from such a raw base and making something that people are drinking, you know, giving you feedback is like, really cool.
I do find that, like, I was that person, you know, you get into it, I can do this. Yeah. It was the same thing. I like coffee, so of course I roast my own beans.
That's the next thing I'm getting into right now.
But, you know, like rock climbing, you're like, you go out and you climb, do a little climbing, and then they're like, oh my God. And you just, like, everything you do, you just go way too far.
You go I mean, it's like you learned about this hobby last week, and this week you've already invested like $500, $600, $700. And you're like, why? I got all this stuff now. You're just like, more gear. I'm a gear guy, so anything that's gear,
dude.
Man, bring it on.
I saw your truck.
Yeah. Let me tell you how many times I've used those traction boards. Zero, but they look cool, right?
I think it's a personality type.
I drive in the sand in West Virginia.
But to be honest,
on the river.
I think there's something wrong with us.
There is. Well, I mean, other people will say that. We won't say that about ourselves. We like what we like. You know,
it's called passion.
Yeah, that's what I tell my fiance when
every now and then.
Shit.
People who are hyper passionate about certain things,
obsessed,
get hyper fixated on something.
Yeah.
Fine. Well, you're obsessed.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's okay. I mean, some of the you know, biggest minds out there are obsessed with stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're the big minds out there, but, you know, it's cool to be obsessed with stuff.
Big mind.
I mean, look at
brains.
Look at the podcasting stuff that I bought.
Oh, that was the first thing I saw when I came in. I was like, this is incredible, man. I can't believe that.
Just you get into it and you got to go too far.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And, you know, when the new hobby comes in, you know, someone's that's getting into this hobby is really going to appreciate all this gear that you have
Facebook
available.
Marketplace. Look for deals.
He's a psychologist. We're having some child trauma here.
Just a little bit.
Some interventions.
So, so I did that. And then, man, I was brewing with my buddy Aaron Reed, who's my ghost brewer. I mentioned him last time when you guys were out. He's someone that I bounce ingredients and ideas and brews and whatever's, you know, to him. And more so for him to tell me, no, don't do that. But he's always going to be like, yeah, dude, actually double that. Let's go crazy.
Yeah.
You know? So, I met that guy, and we started making some really good beers. I mean, like, here was where I started. This is where I was at, brewing with him. And it was like our 6th brew in. I was like, man, you know what? I gotta do this. I gotta make this as a living. This was so much fun. I get it. I understand it. At that time, I was working at machine shops and stuff like that, doing quality control, and I was just like, what am I gonna? I'm not gonna do this forever. Like, this sucks, man. I want to do something fun or interesting, And I took a stab. I just started putting my resume out there to anybody and everybody that would have me. And it's tough. I mean, some people, they want a lot of experience. They see a home brewer trying to jump in. They're like, you and everybody else, bud. And
right.
I got really lucky. Garrett, who's over at Unhitched Brewery, he was working at Platform, which was Gypsy Brewing, and I put my resume out to him, and I think I probably spam called him like 7-8 times.
He's such a good dude, though, man.
And he picked up every single time. I mean, like, you'd think after the second, he'd be like, all right, ignore this number.
No,
but
good dude.
Amazing guy. He got me in. He fought for me to get in. He taught me as much as he could, and unfortunately, I only got to work with him for like 2 months, and then he was let go, which was probably the best thing for him and everybody else, because he went over to Unhitched and he's making amazing beers. I mean,
yes, he is.
Saison is. I wish I could do something even close to that, But that's how I got started in home brewing. Really helped me get in there, and I learned from some people at Platform, and everything that I learned at the homebrew clubs, from other homebrewers, and I still do. Really helps in my professional career right now. And it's funny. I always thought. There's a huge difference between professional brewing and home brewing. The only difference is, professional brewing, you might have a bigger system with push button stuff that's automated, but it really correlates back to home brewing. I look at my how to brew book, once in a blue moon, and there's still so much great information in there that, it all helps out. So that's how I got into it.
What year was that?
Oh man.
18?
17 or 16
when Garrett let go?
16? 16, I want to say.
They hadn't opened up Gypsy yet in 2016.
Okay, so 2017, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out when he left, too.
Yeah, it was, I think he left in, it's either 2017 or 2018, because, I've been at Forest City now for 4 years. I started at 2020, so I was at a Platform for 2, and then they went through the buyout. That's when I made my transition out, and I think that was before the pandemic. So after that, I bounced around, but I just I think you all understand, brewing is such a passion. Once you're in it and then you leave it, it's you're like, why did that was such a great relationship, why did I ever leave that? I want to go back. I miss my ex so much.
Codependency.
It's a little.
There's 2 things on that. I'm gonna not that codependency part.
Yeah, we could. We could spend hours on
trauma
that.
bond. That's what it is. The lineage factor, right? I mean, between kind of that Platform 2.5 year growth pattern, right?
Yeah.
And how many people came from that, and the different brews that were started because of that, or people who are working outside of that.
Yeah.
Or then the Great Lakes and the Fatheads. It's kind of those big 3 still today that kind of people pull from and fall out of. So
I think, Platform has a more or less bad name around the Cleveland brew scene. But the one thing I will definitely give them some credit is they produced some incredible brewers. I mean, whether they help mold their skills, which I probably doubt it. I mean, most of these people are, just such badasses on their own, but they brought him in.
Yep, gave him a place to work.
Gave him a place to work. Gave him a platform to stand for him. Stand on.
That's the name.
No pun intended.
Yep. I said maybe that's to be fair, that's how we got started too, right? Was that with Paul and the work with him and do we do the platform thing or not? Like, what do we do?
I miss Paul so much. He's such a cool guy.
Paul is a good dude, man. He is a good human.
Yes.
And a lot of people get a bad rap for that how it went down, and understandably, you get it.
Beer is a business,
It's a business.
They did their way. That's absolutely fine. But the good thing about it was, they really helped bring a lot of amazing brewers in Northeast Ohio, and we have some of the best breweries here in Cleveland and Cuyahoga, in other counties supporting,
And our beer scene is different today because of them, right?
Absolutely.
It would be, shelf space and the numerous styles of beer and the quantity and all of the things people look for.
And I don't think people would have gotten that hunger to really push to start their own, breweries if they didn't have, working at a big, tank farm,
Sure.
And so, I mean, Platform always has a special place in my heart. It helped me get to, be the head brewer at Forest City. I never thought I would do that in a million years. Definitely wouldn't be able to do that as a home brewer. So, that's kind of my lineage of getting around here. And I just, those people, that helped me at Platform. I was a young, green, behind the ears, and I definitely was too excited, and a lot of these, and I think you could get it, when you're brewing so much, you're just like, man, these kids, young, vibrant, a lot of energy. Jeez, go home, man. Like, you're too much. But
slow down, kid.
They taught me so much, and that's why I'm able to at least, be on this show with you guys.
Sure. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And your background before that, you said was
so
mechanical.
Mechanical. I went to school for engineering. Switched over to environmental engineering. My dad owned his own shop, and I was fortunate enough to be able to work there simultaneously. Brewing a bunch of beer in his warehouse, and met a lot of contacts that way and kind of bounced around, worked for a few other places, in Cleveland. But I just,
that seems to be the path, right? Some people run that sciencey background route.
Sure.
And then others do that mechanical machine work, right? Engineering work. And so it's kind of like, not that you can't come from any spot, but it's asking these questions now, 30 sometimes with people. Kind of get that feel of those two.
And it really helps. I mean, all that definitely correlates to the brewing world. I mean, how much stuff I've had to plumb, pipe, fix electrical, whatever is this, that,
Stuff
weld.
break.
Breaks all the time.
Daily.
Buy the beer so we
Daily.
can afford to
Need to
fix
fix
all
stuff.
this stuff.
Daily.
But, having that background definitely helped a lot. I mean, it's things break in a matter of seconds, and you're like, what do I have to do? You really start pulling in from different things, and having the mechanical background. And I just like working with my hands. I think about could I sit there, and just work on a computer all day? I don't think I could, and thankfully, brewing is super physical, super hands-on. I mean, it's going to be very labor intensive, and I love it.
Yeah, that's kind of the yin and yang. Like I'm on a computer all day.
Yeah.
But when I'm brewing, I like to, you got to move liquid from here. You got to lift stuff. It's two different mindsets, two different skill sets.
And I feel satisfied, at the end of the day. And definitely tired, that's for sure. But I never really thought that my background in machining and everything would actually help out, in the beer world. But
it does
for
There's
sure.
a lot of overlap.
Big time.
Between that and brewing for sure.
Yeah.
So when you look back, can you think of like one beer or one style of beer that like open your eyes to the craft brews?
Absolutely. Yeah. Especially style. I remember the first time I tried IPA, and I'm like, what the hell are people doing with this stuff? Like,
Speaking of IPA,
which is my favorite beer now. Oh my God, IPAs are the best.
we're gonna crack the opening day IPA.
Yeah, that's a good one. I drank all my cans you gave me, by the way.
Cool. Well, I got another 4-pack for you guys. Yeah. IPAs, you can't let them go warm. I can't take these back. You got to go right to your fridge.
Right.
So my first beer. I mean,
Gateway is a good word for it, right?
Gateway beer. Gateway beer was
kicking in.
That Kolsch is strong.
coming at a 4.5%.
Oh my God.
But Gateway beer was Natty Light. I think a lot of people, are like high school, like whatever works, or really what we could get our hands on, which was stealing. So Steel Reserve, King Cobra, all
30
the
Stones.
terrible malt crap shit. Nobody wants to. Can I swear?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Sure. That stuff that nobody wants to drink anyways. So I had that, it's not for taste, but I moved to California and I didn't really, I knew what IPAs were. I didn't really drink them. I just, they just smelled like cat pee to me. Yeah. And
now it's a great smell.
And now it's there's so many fruit flavors. Oh, it's incredible. I went to this place and I asked my buddy, just give me a beer, thinking, you go to a bar, you order a beer, they give you like a Bud Light or or something. He comes back with a Racer 5.
Oh, yeah.
Which is Bear Republic.
Yeah.
Here's some news and Oz in the background.
Yeah. So
they're old.
Wow.
That was probably like a new thing for them.
I cracked that beer open and like a cartoon, I went, whoa! What is this? It was God, it was freaking terrible. It took me like 7 of those throughout the course of like months to really figure out, wow, this is the best West Coast IPA I've ever had in my life. And I was, religiously ordering those things. So
I thought you were going to say 5 during the course of that night.
No, I didn't even finish that one. I went to like a vodka Red Bull or something. I mean, I was like 23 thinking, oh God, I can't believe this is what people drink this? No, come on. Fruity cocktails.
Yes.
So that
Cosmo.
Yeah. Hey, I like a good
knock
cranberry
a
vodka.
Cosmo.
I love a cranberry vodka or a Cosmo. Those are good.
Glass specific though. You have to walk around with that.
I can't do the martini glasses.
I can see the mustache is what sets it off.
I'm the guy that gets in a rock glass, so because I move too much, so I don't
Sloshing
spill
that
on
thing
it.
around. Yeah.
But so Racer 5 was what kind of opened my world to craft IPAs. But the one I gotta say that really kind of like pulled me into the hunt for the fruity hops, the tropical things, like what we all like about IPAs. I think the hazy IPAs and everything. My buddy needed some help working on his house, and he knew that he could bribe me with beer at that point. And he calls me up and he's like, I got something really special for you that you can't get anywhere else. My friends brought it in when they went on vacation. I'd love to give it to you, but you got to come help me clean my gutters.
Did he say, how did he say that? I'd like to give it to you.
It's like, hey, bud, what you doing right now?
I got something really special for you.
No, he's like, hey, get your ass over here. I need some help bad, and I got beer.
Yeah.
So I show up, and he gives me a silver can with this figure. He's got this head, and it looks like it's exploding out the back. And I'm like, what the hell is it? I crack it. I take a sniff, and in the back of the can, it says, drink from the can, stupid.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Yeah.
Heady Topper.
It was a Heady Topper. And I was like, holy shit, man. And this was this was early. I mean, 2013 or 2013, something like that. And cracked that open. I was like, dude, this is helped him clean stuff. I was like, can I get another one? He's like, I only have 3. You can have 2. That's it. I got to save one for myself. And that really opened my world to what real craft is. Bear Republic was a bigger company. It's kind of the size of a little bit smaller Sierra Nevada, but The Alchemist was tiny compared to that. So I got a real fresh idea of what IPAs were.
Yeah.
And that started the never ending, search for the best,
the next whale
IPA out, in New England, and chase that dragon for like 5 years.
See, us older guys will tell you that when you used to talk about East Coast IPAs, right?
Mm-hmm.
They used to be miserable,
Yeah.
like awful.
Well, remember Smutty Nose Porch Rocker? Do you know
No.
that?
Yeah.
That was like the creme de la creme. And if you drink it now, you probably wouldn't be able to drink it. It's just a malt bomb. But at the time, it was good and
East
resinous
Coast
and everything.
I went to school out there. You have anything, it's just like, oh my gosh, this is horrid. Like just rip your face off. And now when people talk about, New England or East Coast style IPAs,
It's, I mean, yeah, they're
They
bombs.
really perfected it.
yeah. I mean, it's.
love it.
You drink some of those things and you're like, this can't be beer. How did
Oh, it's straight juice.
what did they sold their soul? Or there's a
Yeah.
a magician back there, a warlock, conjuring up in a cauldron these beautiful,
I tell
beers,
everybody
these
out there.
brews,
I
'cause
tell
how can they
everybody-
make it?
I tell everybody, right?
Yeah.
Brewing is science and magic.
You go with the best intentions. Sometimes it doesn't hit. Sometimes you're going like, this is the worst day, but I just got to make this beer, and it comes out the best. And you're like, what the hell did I do?
It's so good, magic. It's magic.
It is. Yeah, it's so anyways, that kind of got me into it. And then, started home brewing not too long after that. But yeah, I got to say, looking back, I could have gotten into any other, I'm really glad I got into IPAs. Honestly, I love IPAs.
Topper
They're
is
fantastic.
your gateway beer.
There's, yeah, I mean,
That's a
talk
good one,
about
yeah.
like
You're
getting
screwed.
right there,
It's over.
But I easily could have gotten in Belgium. My dad loves Belgian beers, and I like Belgians too for sure. But
Yeah.
I'm really happy that I landed on this because Ohio, Northeast Ohio for sure, we have some incredible IPAs. And anywhere I go, I'm never let down. It could be someone's backyard, it could be some big ass place, but they're so good.
Nice.
And they're always available too, which is really nice. Can't go to a lot of places and get quads and tripels and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
true.
They wouldn't sell them if they made them.
No, I'm making a farmhouse saison right now that's fantastic, and it's one of our slowest sellers, but it's
Yeah.
They always are.
they all but you brew it for yourself more than anything.
Yeah.
I got like 5 IPAs on tap and then one saison, but that's the way it goes. I love making IPAs too. It's really is my favorite thing. I did a double brew day today. 2
Nice.
turns on it, making a double IPA, and the whole place smelled like resin, berries, and freaking citrus. Yeah, it was. Can't go wrong with that.
No, people always say, brew saison, brew old school, ESB, brew a
Well, I think it's good to
barley
check in.
wine. Great, we do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
They're never going to sell.
No, I think it's good to
They'll
check
try
in
it again next year
with
and
those. Yeah.
Yeah.
With those stats. Well, yeah, save a couple kegs, we put back on. This is 2022, the best. we let it age, just for you. I think
Strike that, cut it out.
it's fresh.
You've been telling all of his secrets, bro.
I'm unveiling the
It's not the Wizard of Oz, you little shit.
Hey, I
Oh
told you
my
I'm a
gosh.
home brewer that went professional. I know all these people they're curious. I'm going to tell you how it is.
I
the
do too.
dirty
It's the
little
same thing.
secrets, the kitchen confidentials, if you will, brewery confidential.
We're now called the Bear.
Yeah, right. But no, I think it's good to check in with those kind of styles because it's they're you don't want them to be forgotten. Not that they will, but it's to make something that's good. A grainy type beer. IPAs to make a good IPA, you got to find balance, but you can also you can throw hops at anything and make it fantastic. But to make a good ESB, a good barley wine or anything like that, that takes a lot of time, patience, and transforming your recipe to get there. So yeah, definitely. I think people should, if you like IPA, you like anything, your favorite style, you got to go outside of that a little bit. I wasn't a sour guy for years. Now I enjoy them. Smoked beers. Oh my God, they all tasted like ham water. It was disgusting, you know. But
I'm still in that stage of my life.
But
Yeah,
same. I'm slowly, you know, we have to make a Gratzer every year for Dingus Day, and we do a smoked porter, you know, for everyone out there. It's not my favorite, but I'll drink them here and there just to get, you know, to enjoy it, because there's other stuff out there.
Sure.
Just, you know, what
I
your
do
favorite
like a
is,
smoked
so.
beer, yeah.
Yeah.
We talked to Rick a bit about smoked beers from working class, and he's got a whole system to smoke his own malt. He's got a dryer he set up with the outside smoke box. I mean, he's won some big awards as a professional and home brewer.
Yeah.
He smoke beers.
When we did a collab with him, he was like, "We're doing a smoke beer, right?" That wasn't going to be my first choice, but
okay.
You're the guy to go with. So.
I do like a smoke beer.
Yeah,
You know,
same.
this fall.
If it's light, I love them. I actually started to enjoy them a lot more. The darker, you know.
As long as it's
grains, I
lightly
gotta
smoked
get
and it's actually really the grain's been smoked.
Yeah.
Way different than people who add smoke.
And
people do, by the way.
add smoke to it?
Yes, it's miserable.
Really?
You can yes.
Well,
There's the veil. It's gone.
acting like I'm surprised here. Yeah. Wow.
The veil is gone.
Jeez, man.
Liquid smoke.
Liquid smoke. Come on.
Gosh.
It's
I
cheating.
never even thought about that.
I know.
Not going to do it.
Don't do it.
We won't
It's
do
not
it.
worth it.
Nah, we're small enough. Why would you? I can understand that for some big guys, but man, that's crazy. They would do that, but yeah. So that's how I got into it, and you know, I haven't had a Racer 5 in years, and I would love to see if it even holds up anymore.
On the shelf in a while.
No, they switched to cans. They went to 16-ounce cans, and they went to 32-ounce cans, and then I haven't seen them since. You know, so.
I had the privilege last summer to go out to Vermont and have Long Trail Pale, which was my gateway beer. Took the fam out there and
right off was it 14?
Yep.
So we have a cabin up in Maine, and we have to take that every single year. I passed that like for years, not knowing it was a brewery. And we stopped it one time. Fantastic.
Little barn.
Man. Yeah, super cool.
I know.
And they
Long
get all their
Trail.
water right off of
Right
the river or creek, whatever. That's
it
like
sits
right
on the water.
right on the thing. Oh, that's so
floods
cool,
a
man.
lot.
Yeah. Man.
So that was epic. I'm like, this right here took me from, you know, domestic whatever to craft beer.
Where'd you go to college out?
Dartmouth. What's that look for?
Because you seem like an
He's a
intellectual
smartass.
type, you know. Someone that went to Ohio State, you know. It's like-
Engineer. It's fair.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
Folks.
Good
But
shots,
for real,
man. Good shots.
Good shots. I mean, it was just a great experience, the whole thing, and that
It's beautiful up there too. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. I'm super lucky. My mom lives up there, so we go up every single year to visit. And
Where in
say
Maine?
hi. Outside of Portland,
Yeah.
in a little town called Rumford. Yeah, and our cabin is if you're ever up in Maine, a million fantastic breweries, and they're really close to each other in Portland. I mean, they're Allagash is here, and then the other 4 that I'm blanking on right now are literally right across
We
the
just
street
drank
from
beers from
Austin
Maine
Street. And
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Oh, from
All
NBC.
all of them. Yeah.
Oh, really?
All the Maine
Oh,
beers.
man, dude, they're so good.
Not just Maine. All the ones in Maine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you brought up.
Did you have
Shipment back.
Marsh Island by any chance?
I don't think so.
So if you
I didn't get to Marsh
if you
Island.
can get your hands on that, it's a little brewery that this guy retired. He's a hunter, and he's like, I like beer. I'm gonna make beer. Makes great beer, like fantastic beer, and he doesn't like showcase himself. He doesn't really put anything out there. It's just by word of mouth. Incredible stuff. If you ever get in Portland, definitely check him out. Yeah.
I missed that one.
Yeah.
They
I
definitely hit 'em
honestly,
all
I
up.
would have too if I went to Orono Brewing and they were like a block away. I had to go to the bathroom really bad. They were across the street from where I went to the bathroom. I was like, what's one more stop?
That sounds like me.
Yeah.
I've left the show a few times to skedaddle for a second. So I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, man, it happens. It happens to the best
So
of us.
speaking of situational stuff, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another question we like to ask is like, what's your favorite situation to enjoy a craft beer? Situation or setting?
Alone in the dark.
Alone in
No
the
one's
dark.
watching. By myself.
More counseling coming.
It's that really trauma,
bond
man.
brewer,
It's
trauma bond brewer. and now he's drinking in the dark.
Yeah.
Blank screen.
Too much has been shown, you guys. I shouldn't.
I told you,
Yeah.
sing like a songbird.
I'm saving this for my counselor, not for you guys, not for the podcast.
It's on the internet now.
This is cheaper.
It's cheaper.
That's true. It's gonna keep you guys up at night, not me anymore.
What do the comments
I
say
can
over
sleep
there?
now.
Got anything going on? Comment wise? Alone?
Oh yeah.
Nothing?
Yeah, we got something here.
All by myself.
No, but for real.
No, so the best way best way to drink, you guys, is with friends and amongst other people.
Well, someone chokes you.
What?
My
That's a whole different.
What? What? Who said that?
do we need to cut this? Do you want to talk a little
No,
bit?
no. No, I'm good. That's how I do it.
The way I do it, a little bit different than Dave, is I like to hang out with friends in open spaces, preferably at breweries, local breweries.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
No, honestly, I love being outside. I love being with people. I can sit at home. I watched Game of Thrones last night drinking a beer. You can drink a beer at any setting, honestly. But my
Is this
absolute
your first
favorite.
watch through?
No, sorry, House of Dragons.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Catching up. We're sharing an account with somebody, and they are
they-
always on, man. I can never. Oh, we're not sharing. Is that illegal? We're not sharing. What?
Songbird it, man.
What? Gosh. Mr.
CatchNet. Filter that stuff.
They were
HBO,
over,
you
yeah.
didn't hear this.
Man.
Man, I do tell too much. I'm an open book. You guys should have me on more often. Put a little bourbon in me. You're gonna get some real stuff.
It's going to happen, by the way, just so everybody knows. This is not the first time you're going to be on the show. This is great.
We got to get to the bottom of this.
So, what was I talking about? Oh, beers. Drinking beers. It's where we like to drink beers. So I talked about the mooks last time with you guys,
for sure.
and that's one thing I really recently is. You can drink your own beer working professionally or even, brewing your own beer. You could drink it all day nonstop. But, we got a huge group of professional brewers that make incredible beer. I would love to get out to them, as much as I can. And I just can't get there. So we have these meetings and we get to go just to everyone's brewery that, wants to have us.
Yeah.
And so that's my new favorite thing right now. I'm not getting older, but I'm getting older, so I'm not able to just crush beers as like I used to.
30
So I'm 35, going 36.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks,
geez.
man.
All right. I'll catch on that.
That's why I wear the hat. You can't see the hairline, pushing back. You would tell that I was getting
Speaking of
close to the
hats.
floor.
So these
Look at this,
swaggy
right?
swag we got there at NBC. The original. I had to say it. It was the
Medina.
original NBC today because they're getting salty about the
The old.
Madison version. The new NBC.
Oh, they're getting
So-
jealous.
Is Madison got a brewery now?
That's mine. Madison Brewing Company.
Ah.
6 weeks old, baby.
I didn't even know about this,
Heck
man.
yeah.
Dude, congratulations,
Yeah,
man.
man. So the Medina Brewing.
You sure you want to hear from me? I want to hear more about this.
Yeah.
I got nothing for you. But we got new swag for them. Check out the hats. This
That
one,
looks
another
super
one.
cool,
Like a
man.
gold rope.
I love
Fly,
that.
bro.
Yeah, that is
Baller.
super vibrant. Really shimmers in this light. I like it. Yeah,
Swaggy.
yeah. It looks like
let's go.
Eisenhower or was it from Breaking Bad up there?
Oh,
A little bit. I like
Heisenberg.
before I
Heisenberg.
shave
Yeah.
the beard
Yeah.
off.
Go with the sash, bro.
Say my name.
So
Choking and say your name. What is happening today?
It's Heisenberg. It's straight out of Breaking Bad.
Nope.
Come on.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
it's because it's the fourth homebrew. That's why we're starting to break the wall. It's crumbling down.
Yes.
Um,
Certainly is.
No, so I like going to as many local places as I can. But if I got some good canned beer or whatever, you got to hit a lake, you got to hit some waterways, and that's the place I like to be. Rock climbing. I got probably about 70, 80 pounds of gear. I'm carrying my book bag
And a beer.
Oh, 3 beers. It's just no. I'm not gonna hike up over an hour just to have one beer at the crag. 3 beers at the crag.
Yes.
And it's worth it. Outdoors. Anything outdoors. It just works. I mean, beer, being outside, being with friends. It's always been the kind of like the social glue. You can sit in front of somebody without anything and have a conversation. It feels really weird, but you have a beer in front of you. I mean, not even sipping it. It feels a little bit more genuine, a little bit easier. I don't know. Yeah, I'm more of a put me in a beer garden outside area, with some friends and just enjoy the time.
So how did you get into that vibe, man? Get into the rock climbing vibe, outdoors endeavors, like.
Got a lot of ADHD, so I got a ton of energy. And when I was young, I was climbing roofs and getting in trouble by the neighbors and everybody and whatnot. And I can't believe it took me this long to find it. I've been climbing for 5 years now, but it's been going on forever. I just was bored being inside all the time. And someone was like, hey, come out to college. Oh, actually, no. It was when Platform was going through its buyout phase, and I was debating, should I stay, should I leave? And I flew out to hang out with a friend in Colorado. And to be perfectly blunt, I thought we were just gonna hang out, smoke a bunch of weed, go to a Red Rock show, and like hike and like
no way.
Yeah, like typical Colorado shenanigans.
He's singing today, everybody.
None of, hey man, it's legal. You can do it here.
Cheers. Hazy Pale warmed up, brother.
It does.
I'm telling you,
came through a lot better once it
pops.
Yeah,
just pops.
It does. So yeah, I went out there and he didn't do any of that. He threw a bunch of gear on me. He was like, "We're gonna cross the river and we're gonna go rock climbing." And never did that in my life. And I climbed this thing and I got to the top and I looked out and I just remember seeing the mountains and everything and just looking down like, holy shit, I just climbed this 110-foot thing, and I kind of had this small little tear show up. And I was like, I think this is something I want to do. Came back to Ohio, found
You're
really
like, how much is it going to cost me for all this gear?
Well, just like any other hobby, at least $7,000, right? You're gonna go in the hole before you're like, this is not the hobby I want to keep going with. Let's go do something else,
and I'll sell this for $1,000.
Yeah. But I got back to Ohio. I realized we are flat as shit. There is no rock climbing around here. So I found some gyms, and through that I met some really cool people, and they told me in certain areas like, hey, if you're looking to go outside, go here. They're within a couple hours being 5 hours, and that just grew and grew. Just like anything else, you practice at, you get better at, you really see yourself grow in it, and
doing more and more technical stuff, and
absolutely
more advanced.
Even outside, I mean, you see yourself growing a little bit more as a person, outside of the hobby that you're doing. It helped with the brewing career. I got a little bit stronger. I got used to, high stress environments. You can calm yourself a little bit better. And believe it or not, first aid. But yeah, climbing, I started off doing what's called top roping, which is someone sets a rope at the top and it basically goes up and down. You're attached at one end and someone is at the other end pulling you. So you climb and they pull the rope.
You're not going to fall and die.
You're not going to fall and die. It's a little easier. From there, I went into what's called leading, where the person's still attached to you at the bottom, but you're climbing up with the rope, and as you go up, you set a rope, and you climb past that, and then you go up, and if you were to fall, you fall from that spot. And then just like, everything else in a hobby,
you free climb?
There's dangers in certain things, and you want to push the boundaries a little bit more. So I got into something that's called trad, or traditional climbing, where there's cracks in the rock, and you go up, you're putting your hands in there and you're placing your own pieces, and it's a cam where it kind of goes in like this, opens up, and then that's your protection if you fall. And then they have one outside of that is free climbing, where there was a huge movie that came out, Free Solo. I'm sure most people saw it. Alex Honnold climbed in Yosemite Half Dome without any gear, and I've done that.
Sheer wall.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, insane. I mean, but that's when you are so confident, just kind of like why I decided I wanted to get in brewing. You feel that confident. You can do it. And there's grades in climbing, and I got to, they start at 5.0, which is basically walking on, concrete. And then 5.1 is, a little bit more terrain. 5.2, 5.3 is like climbing up a little bit rocks, and then 5.4 is when you're actually going vertical. So
I'm 4.7.
Man, you
Fair.
you can do it. You can do stairs, right?
I don't know.
So Alex Honnold, who was doing the free solo, is like a 5.13 climber. You know, I just broke into 5.11. So
Nice.
I did my first free solo climb that he did, which is rated at a 5.9. So lower than my grade, but you feel so confident that you can, you know, it's like putting your clothes on everything. It just naturally happens. You know, you just, well, this is what I do.
Yeah.
So you go out there and you just try it, and it worked. I don't recommend doing it. Use gear, you know, be safe. It's not worth dying over a hobby, you know.
Yeah.
I did it one time. I wouldn't, you know.
Died over hobby.
No, I'm not gonna. I died one time, you know. This is the
overrated.
rebirth of a new hobby. So let's, you know,
Dave almost died when he was getting choked and.
Nah, it's totally safe. I know what I'm doing.
Your homebrew days are weird, man. I wasn't expecting like you're like I'm doing a saison and getting choked after.
I'm a 5.14 homebrewer. I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's pro. Hey, man, that's pro grade. There.
Don't mess with me, man.
Oh man, I love this. This is.
I've never. The worst part is I can see it.
That's bad. You don't want that in your head.
God.
You don't want that in your head. Oh, you're gonna need many hours of therapy.
Man, your car ride home's gonna be
Day.
so many visuals in your head.
I'm getting choked.
You know, you think that for the brew in a bag, that harness is for pulling the grain bag out. No, that's right.
Get out of here! Oh my god. Hey, you went out the way you went in, right? Or,
I quit. I quit.
The way you went
I
in.
quit. I quit.
oh man.
Oh my gosh.
So, what other outdoor activities you into? You into kayaking or?
Yeah,
Change the subject.
Gotta change the subject.
yeah, fast. We're not losing people. Are we gaining people? Because that.
Cops are coming. Facts.
Yeah, I kayaking. I got into.
What just happened?
Don't look at me.
You know, it was kind of like a fever dream,
We're back now.
and we woke up, and we're going to talk about other hobbies. You know, things we like to
let's
do.
go.
Yeah. What do I like to do?
Let's not.
Anything outside, fly fishing.
Yeah.
I love being with my dog, my fiance, and I. We are super active. Anything outside, we can't be inside. You know, especially in Cleveland. You know, we only got so many months to be able to do something fun.
Yeah, so wintertime has got to be rough.
Believe it or not, we go rock climbing.
No.
It's weird. It's no outside. The friction's a lot better. It's just you stick to the wall. I mean, it might be snowing on you, but you know it's weird. It's
We gotta move on.
it's a little counterintuitive. You know, it's the walls wet from the snow, but the friction's better because the cold. Whatever. You know, we're outside all the time. We don't know what to do.
Moist. Friction. Choking.
Sticking hands in cracks. You know,
All right.
fingers.
Where were we?
Anyways,
Well,
we're moving on.
Let's start the boil, Dave. Let's move
All
on.
right, we gotta
It's time for
change it up.
Oh man.
I didn't think we were gonna get out of that alive. Because
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna homebrew tomorrow. Homebrew happenings.
Nice.
Got the barn. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna
That sounded better.
lean forward and choke yourself. Not with your hand, with my hand, numbnuts.
So what are you brewing tomorrow?
Doing the Barnstorm 24.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. All right.
Little
So
saison.
you changing anything?
Yeah, I'm using a little bit different hops, and I'm gonna try the freeze-dried packet of hops. Lalemond has a saison dry hop. I'm gonna use that. So I usually use the French Y yeast, or not Y yeast, White Labs.
Okay.
I pitch.
Oh, which
the
one?
French.
Which one?
Use the French one.
Which
and
is
if it stalls, I use the Belgian.
the
Pitch that.
565?
I think it's 565. Yeah,
I have a great story about that.
656.
It's not a great story. It's just a story. Pitched it in a saison.
Yeah.
And the last time we did it, it ate through everything at like at 70 degrees.
Yeah, it's
so this
kinda
time
fickle.
I didn't know that. I read it this time that it was a little fiscal. Oh, thank you so. Oh man, trying to find more secrets. Giving me a triple IPA out here, just
Along with your
and the homebrew.
beer.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. Well, I'm gonna have an Uber today.
Is that the Devil's Dance? What is it?
Oh my god! Wait, yeah.
Devil Dancer? Yeah.
That's from Tom.
I don't think I've had this before.
No? Oh, it's your fridge?
We could.
You
we
know,
could
yeah.
split
Why
that
don't
up,
we
yeah.
share this? Push this around.
Also, I got another brew day coming up Sunday. Brewing for my nephew's
Yep.
wedding. So I just talked to Will
Nice.
today. We got to pick out a couple names for a wedding beer. So here's what I got. Something borrowed, something brewed.
Ooh.
You like
That's
that?
really good.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Or
I
you
like
may
that.
you may now kiss the hops.
What kind of beer is it?
We're gonna do two. We're gonna do actually the homebrew on the far tap in there is like an American wheat.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 5.5%. Nice wedding beer. We'll probably do that, and we're gonna do IPA. That IPA I think that we have in there, or
Wow.
I don't know, maybe a saison. Will says he wants a saison, but I don't know if like that's a wedding beer.
It's a tough. Yeah, it's a tough wedding beer. Well, I mean,
Lighter the
is he
better
the
for a
groom?
wedding beer.
He's the groom. He's asking for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we got to give him something special. Some special saison. Something real
Choky
funky.
saison.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I like
So-
the first one. That was that name for it. That was pretty good.
Something borrowed, something brewed.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah,
That's a
I
good
like that one. I like that one.
Can you get labels made?
Yeah, we'll
should.
probably do what's the grog tag?
Yep.
Maybe coasters.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe labels.
I'm doing the same. I got a reminder on my phone. 2 weeks from now, I have to start brewing the beer for the day before that my wedding.
Your wedding.
At the brewery. And,
Oh, wow.
I made the mistake of asking people on their invitation what they liked.
Oh, jeez.
boy.
So
I like
I'm
cider.
brewing like 700 beers. It sounds like. So they're gonna get a blonde ale.
Yeah.
Great choice.
Sorry, Uncle Jimmy.
Great choice.
You're not getting your triple porter or double dry hop.
Yeah, your cream
Sounds
cream cheese pastry stout that you wanted barrel aged. Sorry, can't make that.
Yeah,
in
no
a
time
few
for that.
weeks. But for the IPA, anything special you're gonna do for it?
I don't know. Probably keep it in the 6.5-7% range.
Okay.
Don't want to get these people too banged up.
Yeah.
It'd be a West Coast. Probably like the Marblehead IPA I have on
I like
here.
that. That was fantastic. Yeah.
I'm gonna use-
It's fantastic.
Those hops are a little old, so I'm going to use fresh hops.
They're good.
Yeah. So
I think they're fine.
They don't taste old.
No.
Tastes pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be a good one. The reason I brought up the saison, the question about the 565 is so we pitched it on the one that we did, and I let it free rise just because I never really read the description. They're like, oh, finicky yeast that stalls at 60 and 75%. I'm like, that's not what you want for a dry
No.
saison, you know. And shout out to the people at White Labs. You call them up for any question, they will talk to you for as long as you need to figure it out. And we got the beer going, and it's got a nice peppery
yeah, I
thing
do
going
like
in.
that yeast.
Nice.
It's not what I thought it was going to be. More bubblegummy, and I'm glad I got the wrong yeast that I expected. It's so
Yeah.
much better. It's like pink peppercorn
No,
and
it
like
is.
a
I
little
like the front.
citrus
It's a
and
little
like,
citrusy,
oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
So we use that because we brewed Dave's beer. It's just a
Yeah.
quality.
And if you let it go, I mean, it's still free rising. It's slowly just keep chopping more and more every single day. But drink more saisons. We want to brew more saisons. They're so great.
They are great. I'm
A good
going
one
to
is
use.
good for sure.
I don't have a glycol chiller, and I have the SS Brewtech 14-gallon fermenter, so I can't really bring it in the house.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use. I have a dorm fridge out there, so I'm going to use that as a glycol chiller.
yeah.
Nice.
Just have a bucket of water in
Yeah.
there, and
Keep it cold.
chill that to
I remember
30,
those days.
38.
Filling up 2-liter bottles, freezing them, throwing them into
Throwing them
the.
in
Just
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, for sure.
So we'll
the
see.
joys.
I'll report back and see
That's
how it's
good.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, so I mean, the biggest news people ask about all the
3
time
beers
is
going. I gotta-
LBC. What's happening in Lorain? We're still working through some construction issues. Electricians were in this week, and so hopefully we get things buttoned up pretty quick and we get things rolling. So
You got your tanks and everything? We
they're just waiting to be shipped, right?
Yeah.
Ready to have our stuff ready to go. I know, we're all ready to go.
Tank day is the
Just
best
trying
day.
to get everything all wrapped up first inside, and there's some construction stuff that needs to happen. We have, just I think the worst luck when it comes to construction, but I think everybody's having the same thing, the feels.
Yeah.
Someone messaged me tonight and said, "I heard you're not going to be going to Lorain." Yeah, we are. We'll be there. I mean, it's happening. We're not. It's not my fault that we're not there yet. I mean, I'm not the contractor, right? I'm not swinging the hammer.
Yeah.
When that happens, we're
He's
all
doing
done.
everything he
So,
can. It's
seriously.
there's so much that's outside of our,
Busting
our
balls
powers. Yeah.
every day. What the heck's happening? This is crazy. You promised, before Memorial Day, so we could be open by Memorial Day, and now it's June the 6th, and what the heck's happening?
Do you,
this
do
is
you have like
normal
a
thing,
soft
so-
date that you're hoping for?
No, if I say that, people just go off the rails and say we're not coming because I say
he's going to tell me later.
Memorial
We
Day.
won't tell it to you guys, but
It's fine. Madison's doing well. Medina's kicking butt. Live music every Friday and Saturday.
cool.
ZZ's karaoke Friday. Live music Saturday. Now ZZ's is open every day at 11. Summer hours. Been pretty busy over there. I drove over here tonight. It was
Got that.
packed.
Still doing the cornhole.
Cornhole.
Cornhole's rolling.
Bucket.
Yeah.
Beer pong. So big bucket beer pong. Go outside and
Where's it located?
Detroit Road and Jaycox.
Oh, yeah.
Here in
yeah.
Avon. So
yeah.
the old ZZ's Big Top. So about an acre of green space, bunch of cornhole boards, big Jengas, two or three sets of bucket pong. So get yourself some cups and a pitcher and go outside and play pong and drink and have fun and just utilize the green space in the warm weather we have this summer at ZZ's.
Absolutely, man.
Get out there. It's fun. So
Nice.
drink some
What's going
beers.
on at Forest City?
Let's see. One thing I definitely want to mention. We have a new chef that started with us about a few months ago. His name is Nate. He came from Nighttown, which is in the Cleveland Heights area.
I like Nighttown.
Jazz club.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic spot. And we're lucky enough that Jay was friends with him and convinced him to, join the circus. And we're having honestly the best food that we've ever had come out of that kitchen. Right now, we got him a smoker and he's smoking everything. The sandwich of the month is smoked chicken salad sandwich, where I'm watching this guy every single day take out like 12 full-sized chickens out to the smoker, which, we're small, so we don't have a massive smoker.
Yeah.
It's like a backyard smoker, and he's just constantly,
Wow.
moving stuff out. So, yeah, we have a fantastic menu right now. We have tons of flatbread, sandwiches, ribs, different, accoutrements that that fits that like old school kind of European vibe, pierogies and whatnot. We also have a ton of live music every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wednesday we have trivia night and also live music. That's usually a swing band where we do
Nice.
lessons, tango
Yep.
lessons, swing band, dance lessons. Check out our Facebook and Instagram, our website, forestcity.com or forestcitybrewery.com. There's a calendar. We have every day of the week. There's always something going on, we're only closed on Monday, so we have to fill everything. Tonight, actually, we one of our longtime bartenders, Ben, he's been working on a novel, and he finished it early in the year, and it's all published. They ran
wow.
all the copies and everything, and so it's out there. And he's doing a book release tonight.
That's
actually,
awesome.
at
That's
the brewery
cool.
right now.
That's
actually, so he's reading from it, and I had to be here with you guys, but I would love to have been there. But
Yeah,
this
we'll have to
is
get a
this is
copy.
obviously very important.
Oh, yes.
It is. We're not falling asleep talking
for my
about
career,
the things we
yeah.
talked about tonight.
Yeah.
No way.
So yeah, no, there's always something going on at Forest City for sure. And one thing I definitely want to mention that we have coming up September 27th is going to be our Oktoberfest, where we got Avon Brewing Company for sure is going to be there. I had to make sure that he was going to tell me live on air that he was going to be there because he ignored my text messages. Shots fired. And so what we're basically doing, all our taps are going to be taken over by my favorite breweries, and also part of the Mooks and people that we've worked with. And
I was going to say my favorite breweries and Avon Brewing Company.
And Avon, yeah.
Wow.
Actually, I gotta give you one. You helped me out so much one time, so I'll give you a little bit of credit. I'll give him a lot of credit. The whole fruiting of beers. If it wasn't for you, man, I would have never thought about dosing separate kegs and how to do it. So big ups to you. That's the only thing I'll do. Anyways,
that's it. That's all you get.
We're not friends anymore.
On camera,
best
but
friends.
off camera, we're close. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So yeah, September 27th, Oktoberfest. It's going to be in the beer garden. We're going to have a tap takeover of everyone's Marzen Oktoberfest or anything equivalent of. It's going to be like 20 taps or so. We're going to be releasing all the details in the next coming weeks. There will be a link on our page to get tickets and whatnot.
That sounds cool.
And you called me.
I did.
You didn't text me. And
I did?
I told you last week that I'm coming.
You did. Before that, I wasn't sure. I didn't know, man.
I love you.
I wanted you to be there.
He's a
I was
busy
hoping
man.
you'd be there.
I appreciate
I know
it.
he's got so many. Here's me that all I have to worry about is just brewing in the day. He's running like
seriously, someone asked me
7
today.
companies and side projects.
I was off the
and-
radar for Cedar Point yesterday with Drake.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
family stuff. I mean,
and Sunday night into Monday night I came home to over 1,000 emails and 100 text messages.
we love you, man. We just want to
That's
know what's
literally
going on in your life.
every single day. No,
Like a personal assistant.
I
man.
signed up for that. It's fine, but that's just what happens.
Yeah.
Um,
So we got that coming up. What else? August 16th. It's not our brewery, but I do want to shed some light on it. Four Paws Brewing Company is doing their beer festival, which is their
Brewers of the Corn.
It's the Beer Maze Festival. So they have
That's July, though, right?
they have one in July.
Oh, okay.
It's a two separate events where they're gonna have some breweries come for the first one in July, and then the other one's gonna be us in August.
Non-Lorraine County brewers.
No. August 16th. But definitely check it out for both sessions. It's going to be awesome. They have a corn maze that is huge. They have breweries set up in each section of it, and you walk around.
So you got to go through the maze to get to the breweries.
Well, I think it's
Pretty
funny.
fun.
I think it's funny that you go into the maze looking for the breweries and everything. You're drinking it, and then they expect you to get out.
That's not gonna
Not
happen.
on a sober mind.
No, yeah.
You're already lost as it is. You walked into
Yeah.
a maze looking for beer, and you're like, which turn did I did? Now
Yeah.
they have a little
Let's go back
buzz.
to,
What am I
let's go
supposed
back
to
to
do?
that brewery over there. I know where I can go to there.
Yeah, so I don't think it's a camp out, stay overnight.
It might be.
event,
You
You
can't.
got
but
drone
it might
to
turn
find
into.
your way out.
Ann and crew.
We'll have Jerome just
No,
cut
listen.
a path all the way through and
So-
just grab people
Yeah.
and pull them straight out.
I'm going to tell them right now, Ann and crew,
Mm-hmm.
we might be staying.
And I have a camper on the back of my truck. I'm
saw that.
gonna be staying
And
at
if he
your
gets
property.
if he gets stuck there, he has
Yeah, I got traction boards that I've never
he could
used.
put underneath his
We might need
truck.
to use them. I
Get the
hope
heck
it
out
rains
of it.
that day.
Maybe I
Let's
can use
go.
those to get all the lost people in the maze. It wouldn't help them, but at least we have
be
traction
fun.
boards just in case.
Just in case.
If they don't have enough traction on their feet. That was a bad joke.
That's good.
I
I liked it.
I was trying to, Anyways,
a smile.
You're not even a dad yet. That's good.
sometimes you hit,
That'd
be
sometimes
cool.
you don't. That's all I got. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, definitely you got to check us out. Keep following us on Facebook, Instagram. Check us out on forestcitybrewing.com for all of the events. We have a lot of pop-up events, so I know we have a lot of live music. People know us for live music, but we have more than that. We have plant swaps, we have clothing swaps, we have artist showcase, we have
You have shenanigans?
that's
Daily.
kind of
Okay.
just
Okay.
built into the building.
Okay.
You know?
Shenanigans every day.
And we're a massive event space. So, you know, if you have a wedding,
Yep.
you have a birthday, bachelor party,
Bar mitzvah.
I mean, insert here. I mean, whatever, you know, a
Divorce
christening,
party.
I don't care. You know, it's
Divorce celebration.
yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. You know, that's actually probably maybe a good
It
thing.
might be
to
the number
celebrate.
2
Thanks, Dave.
reason. Oh, I'm sorry.
But yeah, check us out. I mean, if we have all the space available, if you guys need it, you know,
Heck yeah.
we
Or just go and drink beer.
yeah,
Like,
I
just
guess you
go
could go there and do
for a
that.
sip
At the
of
I mean,
bar,
you know.
in the beer garden,
That's
try
your
some
thing.
beer.
Yeah, we have.
It's on the level.
What we found out to be the oldest beer garden because we checked it.
Yes.
It by 1 year we beat you, Texas. That's right.
That's right.
Doubted it. Doubting Thomas back
Come
here.
drink in the
Doubting
beer
Thomas.
garden. Now is the time. It's
Oldest
open.
beer
It's-
garden.
Where all the trees
Yes,
have names.
1865. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's cooler back there than it is on the street. There's live music back there. It's
It's cooler than being homeless. Remember your tagline, Forest City Brewery. It's cooler than being homeless.
Better to walk in the garden in the streets.
not the way I
Come
meant
get
it, but
choked
the
with
way
our-
it came out. You
Come get
guys.
choked with our saison. And we're done.
And yeah, it's a great place to hang out. It's the local watering hole. You can go there. You can spend hours there, you know, easily and get kind of lost in the nuances of
Sure.
the spot. Yeah, we're open. We're open Tuesday through Sunday on the weekdays from 4:00 until 11, and then on the weekends from 12 until 12.
Boom.
Yeah.
Good sound.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Sunday we have brunch. Got to come check out the brunch. It's really good stuff. A frittata. I don't even cook for myself on Sundays. I just go to the brewery.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Well played.
It's better than me, you know. No.
So as we talk
All right.
about some other happenings right there in the area,
Yes.
we are right now casting again on NEOCBC page. Check out the post you just made about going to the Cavs game this season. Click
Yeah, there was
what you
a-
want to do, right? Give me your money now.
Yeah, I don't
You
know how
know,
that's
when
going
I
to
think
work.
about
It's like
that, push the button. I don't know.
It's going to be a meetup.
Vote.
Not really sure, but I think that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah,
Meet up before a Cavs game.
that'd be fun.
This coming year.
Well, the Cavs game
Do
would
we
be
go
fun
to the
too.
we go to the Cavs game?
Yeah, we do.
Well, yeah.
Do you guarantee a win?
Yeah.
No.
Like, we win,
Don't-
right?
No.
No,
well,
it's the
I can
Cavs.
almost guarantee.
And I don't know about that, but I do know about one thing: is that this show helped create an event name that is going to be epic.
We certainly did. We certainly
Yes,
did.
we did. Well, I didn't.
They said
did.
it. They said it couldn't be done.
And it was
No,
done.
we can't do that. We can't call it a
They said they
sausage
didn't
fest.
have the pull or the numbers out there in cyberspace to get this happening.
Schnitz
Well, guess
Ale
what? They do.
is having their Sausage Fest
Yes.
7/18. It's their Oktoberfest release party. They said it couldn't be done, ladies and gentlemen.
But we got it done.
Jerome
There's no
checked
line.
his sausage and he found out he's got a lot of meat.
No, he did not.
I didn't know that's
Yikes.
how it happened, but
Look at that face. And he would know. They're moods together.
I know why he's sweaty.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, but he is sweaty. He is sweaty.
Listen, it's 7/18, $35 at the door. Definitely well worth your time for a Sausage Fest.
They're going to have live music.
That's
They're
it,
gonna have
$35
games.
Yeah.
That's a steal, man.
Meat, beer, games.
And that's not
Music.
even a discount. That's
That's it. That's in.
wow.
I know.
Goodness.
Check their Facebook page out for that. We'll probably post something on ours at some point.
Yeah.
You already mentioned the Brewers of the Corn. The Lorain County version is 7/19 at Red Wagon Farms,
Yes.
Red Wagon Brewery, and Four Paws Brewery. Big Maze. I think there's 8 breweries there.
There's 8. Yeah.
8 breweries there. I said 7. 2 are gonna. This one is gonna be 2 from us from the 7/19. But it's gonna be a great time.
Yeah.
Walk the maze, have some craft beer, lots of things to try. Their space is fantastic. If you haven't been there yet, don't wait, go now, but also sign up and go to that Brewers of the Corn. First one,
See me
7/19. Second one is in August.
Yes.
August what?
It's going to be August 16th.
There you go. There's 2 of them. Go to both.
Yes.
And then finally, our friends over at Twin Oast.
Yeah, since I'm, kind of my second home is up in Marblehead, Catawba area. They're having their Apricot Fest on July 13th.
He talked about that.
Yeah, and it's going to be awesome. They got vendors. They have like a little flea market. They're going to have face painting for the kids, a bouncy house for the kids, or the adults. You have a little get in the bouncy house.
Bounce.
They have a half K fun run.
Okay, I'm in for half K.
Half K. That's like from here to the wall over there.
I'm in.
They got a petting zoo,
Not
live
in.
music from like 7 p.m. on, and of course beer. $10 at the door gets you in.
That's it.
And yeah, I don't know if they'll have sausage, but they probably will have sausage.
Well, they have good food.
Yeah.
Pizzas on the outside and then a whole
Definitely.
kitchen on the inside.
Yeah. Gorgeous location, too.
Beautiful. Check out our last one of our podcasts there at Twin Oast. It was a great time.
Folks show. So look, we're kind of running along here. So we got some music events to mention, but really the only one I wanted to touch on, Luke Bryant.
My man,
Yes.
it's coming to blossom.
It's a couple days, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like the 12th?
Yep.
You going?
Nope.
Nope.
I was. I'm not.
Luke Bryan was my first country concert.
Yeah? You country
I
fan?
remember I am. It took me a while to get into it, and my last relationship, she was a huge country star fan, so got into it, and I remember the first half. I don't remember the second half, but it was a blast at
Luke's a
Blossom.
good dude.
Yeah,
So
country fans like to party.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
I do
yeah.
know that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
The other thing I want to mention is Liliac. Nobody probably knows this band. Next Tuesday, the 16th, they're going to be at the Winchester in Lakewood, which is a great place to catch a band.
It is.
This band, I became aware of them a few years ago. It's a family band, the brothers and sisters, and they were young. And they're doing covers of like Dio and Judas Priest and like, but they're really kind of good. Their dad was an old school metalhead, coaching them up, and so they kind of are like a the singer is like real theatric, and I think she needs to tone it down a little bit. But if you're out there, Liliac, you listen to me. But they're really good, and I think I might go out there, check them out.
Okay.
Go for it, dude.
So yeah. Anyway,
We'll post some others below. We'll start doing some of those things and posting
Yeah, we
some
can do
live
that.
music venues.
we did have an email question.
Sure.
Somebody was asking, "Who's that dog that keeps wandering in the picture?"
Was here all night tonight, hanging out,
Yeah.
licking.
She's always licking, and she has no respect for what we're doing here. So that's Nikki. And
Licking
that's
Nikki.
our 12-year-old rescue pit bull /
Just snoozing over
shepherd
there.
mixed pup. That's who that
Beautiful young lady.
is. All right.
Matt,
It's time to grain out. Grain out.
thanks for coming out today, bud.
Dude,
Yeah, thanks, man.
It's been a pleasure, man.
It's a great
was
time.
great.
So much fun.
This will
Honestly,
not
this
be
is-
our last time together.
Oh gosh,
No,
no!
we're gonna
I
have
hope
to-
not.
If it is, I'll be upset.
I hope it didn't run too long, and I, just went off comment on a bunch of stuff. But
It's good stuff, man.
No,
This
it's
is
good.
great, man. I hope you guys have me back. This
was
is a
great.
lot of fun. Yeah.
That's when we have the best moments. So just to tease what's coming up, we have no idea.
No idea.
If you have a brewery and you want to be on the show,
Do you
want to
be like me? Do you want to be
Get
here and
here.
tell all your
Well,
secrets?
wait.
Sing like a song.
Let's do it.
Wait a second. No.
Listen. It's good
No,
stuff.
hit us up, man, in the comments or message us or
Yeah.
email us.
They're
BlabberMalt@gmail.com.
very gentle. Very
Yep.
gentle.
Dave, how do they get a hold of us?
I think you should stop talking, man.
Yeah. Cut the mic.
Speaking of, how do they get a hold of us here?
Well, you can email us at blabbermalt@gmail.com or comment, message us on Facebook.
They find
all
us
that
at?
stuff. We're on Facebook, YouTube
Yep.
at the BlabberMalt Show, and X, Threads, Instagram at BlabberMalt.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Appreciate you.
Hey, cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
This is so much
Been a
fun.
good
I'm gonna
time.
drink water.
There you go.
Drinking
Hey.
water.
And as we say,
Until next time,
stay malty, Cleveland.